G'day, and welcome to Graves in Australia Diecast Salvage. Today we're playing with some more Dinkies. One of them is a Dinky Toys A40 van. The other is a Matchbox Dinky A40 van. One's made in England and the other is made in China. Or as Donald Trump would say, China. Either way. Come on. Come with me. Come on. Come with me over to the workbench. And we'll have a closer look at them. So let's start pulling this, the original Dinky apart. Now I've taken the liberty of using the burr tool on my Dremel to take the top off the post. This one only has one post and has the plate that goes through the front. This one has the same, it only has one post, but instead of the tag going in the front, it uses the number plate in the back. So with the Dinky Toys, the original, I have a messy table here. So of course, trying to find things is a little bit difficult. But in any case, with this one, screwdriver or a very thin item just in the back to crack the top of the head off. So that we can take it out of the hook in the front. Come on, fumble fingers. Thank you. Now we take it very carefully out of the two slots in the front. Thankfully they're not broken. And that is it. That's the original colour. So I'm assuming it may have been red, and it may have had the Brook Bond T logo on the side of it. But it ain't going to be a T1. Now, the rear wheels will come off easily because there's no crimping. Where's my little container? There we go, we get our mist container in so we can chuck our tyres in. Let's have a look at the rubbers again. We can pull that axle out. The wheels we'll have to make new tyres because we have a flat spot on it. So we might as well. So those tyres are no good. Don't worry, I've either got spares or I can make some. So we'll take them off camera. This one here will fold down the. If I stay in camera, it would be good, wouldn't it, guys and gals? We'll take the small end of the burr of the axle off, and we'll take the front tyres off. We'll need to straighten out the base. As you can see, she's rather curved in there, so we'll need to straighten that out. As I said before, there's no glazing, and no interior on this one. So we'll put that one to one side. My apologies for stopping, and I'm trying not to say and ah. Mana mana. Do 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 do. Mana mana. I'm trying to avoid doing that. Anyway, with this one, same deal. We're just going to come in from the back. And carefully prise it upwards, because don't forget we're using it's the number plate in the back that's used. It does have a plastic rear bumper, so we shall come in that way. There we go. As you can see, the number plates now comes there. So we can lever it off. Come on, fumble fingers, don't break anything. We don't need to make things worse than what they already are. We'll just come from that corner, take the other part out. There we go. So that lifts off. It takes the rear bumper, the number plate, the front bumper and number plate. The tyres are in good condition, of course, so is the base, so we can put that to one side. This does have an interior. If it fits this one, that would be nice, because then we can make a copy. Ooh, very close. Very close. So I'll think about it. I'll think about making an interior, even though the difference in size. Excuse me while I fumble about and think. Oh, that's dangerous. Me thinking. Yeah, put that aside. Now the glazing was held in by 2 posts. So again, with the burr tool, I've taken the liberty of grinding those posts down, so that the glazing will come out a bit easier. And I found by going by these rear tabs, by giving that a little bit of a squeeze, the glazing will come without breaking. We'll try a different method, still using how about we get that cable out the way, then I'm not knocking you guys all the time. So there you go, with just by squeezing it in a little bit, the glazing is in good order. The windscreen wipers will probably paint in. We'll put that aside. And there is our item. Our hood ornament. It is loose. I will check to see off camera how that will come out. Now, as you'll notice, with the bonnet, it does not open. It does not open. But I suspect if I took the mushroomed heads off these 2 posts here, that the bonnet would come off. I don't particularly want to do that. So The hood ornament might get sacrificed. But we can put another one on. So it can be replaced. So we'll see how the caustic soda goes with it. What I may do is just stand it up like that in the caustic soda and bring the water up to about here, and then remove the rest of the paint in a different fashion. Now these front pins, that's what they are, for headlights, they are push-ins. That's one out. I'll try and again try and get you guys in camera. There it is there. That's one light. We can stick that in there. And we'll push the other one out as well. That is a TV that you're hearing in the background. There's the other one. Here we go. We're popped out. All right. So, sorry about that. I'll take the front wheels off this. I'll take them off the base, off camera, and we shall go to our regular, famous Gravesend Australia Diecast Salvage stripper venue. So, hope to see you there. All right, guys, we're just starting off in the tavern. So there's a few of us on. We'll do the introduction.
Have you done now, Michael?
Yes.
Carry on, Lee. I just saying, like, you know, I've been
we'll go in the tavern.
Shit and what have you for a few days, and then adding to that, you know, trying to get a car sorted out for work and everything else, because obviously Jack didn't work in the hospital anymore, so it's another department, so it's been a bit of a pain in the arse trying to get the car sorted out. So that's a beauty, but yeah, cheers, mate.
Yeah, she is, I mean that.
Yeah.
That's a beauty. What year is she?
04.
04? Not bad. Whoever had it looked after it.
Yeah.
She looks, from what I've seen of her, she looks pretty straight. I don't see any dings or bangs or anything on it.
There's a couple of age-related scratches on it, I want to
well,
a little bit hard to see things.
19 year old, you know, so.
Look, my little banger is 07 and it has a few
So we'll come back when she's stripped.
Let's call them.
Okay, so vehicle is out of the strippers. I've used the brass bristle brush and the scourer to do the polishing. And so we shall stick them in some primer and we'll do some additional painting from there. Catch your moment. And we're back. I'm going to attempt to mask these cars up with you guys watching. My preference is to do it off camera, because as usually what happens is, if you do it off camera, it works well. You do it on camera, you stuff things up. So consequently, you'll see fumble fingers, I'm sure. But in any case, these vehicles are going to become two-tone. I've started on this one, and what I'm using is electrical tape, because it's like a vinyl tape. You could use pinstripe tape. I've just run out, so I'm just using electrical tape and painter's tape. You don't need to go with Tamiya. You can if you want. but ordinary painter's tape from a hardware store will do fine. What I've done is I've cut a piece of electrical tape. As I say, we've prepared a little piece. Now what you can do to not make it as tacky is just either put it on your hand a few times or just on a lint-free cloth, place it on there and take it off so it doesn't become as tacky. And when I say tacky is that it doesn't leave the glue residue on your casting, and hopefully it doesn't lift up the paint. So because this is quite flexible, I'll put a bit of protection down on there so that we try not to chip the paint too much. And what we're going to do is use the straightest edge, which is this top part edge here, to go around the curved part so we can try and make that. So I've stuck my extra pair of eyes on. Do I really need it? That's another question. Will it help? Don't know. Anyway, so we're going to start from the top. Maybe if I keep my mouth shut, we might be able to achieve. So because this tape is fairly flexible and it does stretch a little bit, I might use the thinner side, because all I've done is cut the tape in half. So I just need to take some of the sticky off. A little bit more, that's better. Now it's not as sticky. And we'll start from the nose. And we're going to try and come around this curve. And we need to lift it off a little bit. Just keep pressing it into place as we come around the curve, because we're trying to keep it as flat as possible. I'll try and keep you guys in camera shot, because you're basically almost like a chest cam at the moment. So where my tweezers, just so we can get underneath and lift it up again. It's not the easiest thing to mask. If it was straight line, it can be a lot easier. But when you've got curves, like a woman, it can be sexy, and it can be almost like what they say, a how's your father. So we're just going to use just to get it in line a little bit. So we're almost there. As you can see, we have some ripples up the top here. So we need to just smooth them in. And that's the part about using vinyl tape, that it will smooth in. The rest of it, I'll just use the painter's tape, and I'll show you what I do around the wheel arch there. So just bear with me for a moment. I'll cut a piece to go across and we'll be back. Now see, that didn't take all that long, did it? Alright, we're back again. I'll put a piece of the painter's tape across there. Now to get this cut like I have around this side, is I'm using the top end of the scalpel or knife, whatever you like to call it. My brain's not working, so we've got brain fade with us, and all I'm doing is just gently bringing the tape in to get the recess that we need. X-Acto knife, there you go. X-Acto knife, that's what I was thinking of. So we're just bringing it in so it goes up against where we need to cut off. We're not cutting it yet. We're just getting it in close enough. Now we're just going to press down, and as you can see now, we have pretty much the curve that we want. So very carefully, I'm using not so much the blade itself, but more like the tip. Is we're going to go around it, that area that we just pushed in against, very slowly. And we should be able to see, I hope you get to see, by going over it a few times, like I said, it's a lot easier to do off camera than it is to do off camera. I'm starting to see separation from the tape. Sorry, I had to do a bit of concentrating there, and that's hard to do for an Aussie. Well, this particular Aussie at any rate. So we just want to create that. And now that we're at the end, we should be able to lift up slightly. And we can see our tape coming away. And we should be able to start using our tweezers. Just need to bring that tape up a bit more. I'm not too worried about the paint coming off this part here where my X-Acto knife is, because that's the part that we're painting. That's why we're masking. Just need to get some more of that tape off. Like I kept saying, easier off camera than what it is on camera. So we grab it there. And we carefully bring it down. And And as I mentioned a moment ago, I'm not too worried about the paint coming off on this section here, because this is the part that we're going to make a different colour. I'll probably put a touch-up primer on it to seal it, to help the other paint to stick. And the rest is just putting on masking tape so that we don't have any spots that we shouldn't be painting. So I'll bring you back when I finish masking that one up, and when I finish masking this one up. It's the same process. So we'll see you in a moment. So I have the vehicles now masked up like I want them, and this one here I used the same method as what I showed earlier with this one, where I cut the electrical tape into a thin strip so that I can make that tight bend around that wheel arch. Did it the same way on here, and the rest of the just using a masking tape. So let's get a painting, and I'll bring you back when I'm ready. All right, see you in a moment. All right, the other vehicle, this one here, I'm painting a different colour, and as you can see, it's not going to be all that much painted on that one. So we'll concentrate on this one where we've got more area to paint. So let's move this up a little bit to protect there, and let's go. Ready? Okay. That's the painting I'm doing on that one. Let's turn that noise maker off. The other one I'll paint off camera. So the next time you'll see these vehicles is at the reveal. So come and join me there. Here is a reminder as to what I started with in this episode. A Dinky Toys, made in England, Austin A40 van, and a Matchbox Dinky Austin A40 van. And let's have a look at what we've done with them. Now, here's the reveal of our Dinky Toys A40 delivery vans. One of them is the original Dinky, made in England. The other one is a Matchbox Dinky, made in China. Or as Donald Trump would say, China. Anyway, you should be seeing a couple of photos about now. And these were the inspirations for the colours. I may be putting some transfers on later, but just at the moment I just wanted this. So What did we do with them? If you watched the whole video, you would know. But if you jump to the end, I'll explain to you what we've done. This is the Chinese one, or made in China, the Matchbox. And the green and white is the original Dinky. We stripped them both. We cleaned up the glass on the one that had the glass in the interior. We put in the rhinestone headlights on the front. We painted them two-tone colours. This one we just painted the headlights. We painted the rear bumper and we've given it a tail light. And we've painted tail lights on this one. We've painted the wheel hubs on here and we've put new rubber boots on. Found some pair of original Dinky's tyres for it. So, I hope you enjoyed the video as much as I did in making it. And we'll catch you next time, Braves in Australia Diecast Salvage.